Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Tan Xiao. Our group topic is password fatigue and the danger of weak and reused passwords. We will explore 5 different perspectives and solutions to deal with this issue. In my part, I will use the software perspective, focus on solving the memory limit of human brains using technology. Image carrying a heavy keychain with 100 identical keys. Every time you want to open a door, you have to try them one by one. Frustrating, right? This is exactly how we navigate our digital lives today. In our highly connected world, the average person have over 100 online accounts, from university portals and bank accounts to social media and shopping sites. Here is the problem. The human brain is not designed to remember 100 unique, complex passwords. This leads to a massive cybersecurity weakness known as password fatigue. What's the result? Most of us reuse the same simple password like password 123 or our birthdays. According to multiple platforms, according to recently cybersecurity reports, over 60% of people reuse passwords. If hackers breach one weak website, they instantly gain access to your email, your bank, and your personal life. The damage can be devastating. So how do we fix this from a software perspective? We stop relying on our human memorize and start using password managers. A password manager, like a password, acts as an encrypted digital wallet. You only need to remember one strong master password. The software automatically generates, stores, and autofills incredibly complex, unique passwords for every single site you visit, like a 20-character string of random letters and symbols that hackers cannot guess. This solution directly targets the root cause of our complication. It completely eliminates password fatigue because you don't have to remember anything anymore. Furthermore, if a data breach happens on one site, your other accounts remain entirely safe because they all have different passwords. We must stop treating our memory as a secure hard drive. My call to action for everyone in this room is simple. Before you go to bed tonight, download a reputable password manager, secure a digital keychain with one master key, and let the software do the heavy lifting. Thank you, my president.
Hello everyone, my name is Sui Yang, and my part is about the hardware. So I will focusing on the removing the needs for password entirely using physical threats. What if told you that the greatest security risk to your online account is your keyboards the moment you type a password? It can be stolen, recorded, or intercepted. We share the same realities. We log into the dozen of apps and the website daily. As my groupmate mentioned, password figures forces us into bad habits. We use the weak password because we are tired of remembering complex one. But even if you have the strong password, hackers can still trick in your typing it on the fake website. A technology called the hashing. Password, by the very nature, a shared secret, and shared secret can always be stolen. To try to solve the issues, we need to look at the hardware perspective. The ultimate solution is eliminate the password completely by adopting biometrics and passkeys. Instead of typing something you know, you automatic can using the something you are. Your fingerprint or your face. Major technology giants like the Apple, Google, and Microsoft have formed the FIDO and to replace passwords with passkeys. When you log in, your device used side photographic kits unlocked only by your biometric data. This works brilliantly because your fingerprint never leaves your physical device. A hacker sitting halfway across the world cannot steal your face. It directly solves the password figure because there is nothing to memorize. and it provides the impenetrable security against traditional hacking. And password below in the past. My call to action is for you to check your smartphone and critical accounts today. Wherever you say the option to enable passkey or use Face ID, turn it on. Make yourself the automatic key. Thank you.
Okay, my name is Yixi, and I will continue to talk about the policies or system perspective. So we focus on the adding an essential layer of security through institutional policies. Think about that a heavy steel door isn't going to keep a thief out if they have already made a copy of your key. In the digital world, your password is that key. And trust me, hackers probably already have a copy. So we are all struggling with password fatigue. Between school, work, and personal life, we reuse weak password for to saving time. So the complication is that data breaches happen every day. Even if you don't make a mistake, a complete server might be hacked, exposing your password to the dark web. Once your password is out there, your digital life is completely unprotected. We connect really on users to allow make perfectly secure choices. From a policies and system perspective, the most robust resolution is a mandatory implementation of multi-factor authentications or MFA. The MFA operates on a simple principle. To access an account, you need two forms of proof. Usually, this means sometimes something you know, like your password, and something you have, like your smartphone. Even if a hacker successfully steals your reused password, when they try to log in, the system will send a dynamic 6-digit code to your phone. So without your physical phone, the hackers is entirely blocked. To show the impact, Microsoft released a report stating that enabling MFA blocks 99.9% of automated account attacks. It is a safety net that protects users even when they suffer from password fatigue. So security should not be an option. It must be standard. My call to action is for our university and future employees to moderate MFA across all platforms. And for you personally, going into your email and bank setting today and switch MFA on. Don't leave your door unlocked. And that's on my part. Let me invite my friend to take on the next perspective.
Okay, hello everyone, my name is Bao Yuhang. My part is the educational or habit perspective, a changing human behavior to make security easy and effective. I want to play a quick memory game with you. You have 2 seconds to memorize this. Capital X, lower J, 9, exclamation mark, lower P, capital L, 2, 8, symbol. Hard right? Now memorize this blue cat copy. For decades, IT departments have forced us to create passwords with numbers, symbols, and mixed letters. This has greatly caused the password fatigue we are discussing today. When we force human beings to act like computer humans grow, we write this complicated password on sticky notes, or we just change password 1 to password 2. When forced to update, hackers know these human behaviors and use software that can get these predictable patterns in seconds. From an educational and behavioral perspective, the resolution is surprisingly simple. We must teach people to use passphrases instead of passwords. A passphrase is a sequence of 3 or 4 random common words like blue cat coffee or happy green tree. In cybersecurity, length is actually more secure than complexity. According to the FBI, an 8-character complex password can be cracked by hackers in just a few minutes. However, a 15-character password passphrase made of simple words would take a supercomputer centuries to crack. The idea completely solves the complication. It removes the stress and the fatigue of memorization because human brains love remembering stories and the visual words at the same time. It dramatically increases memory security. We need to change our habits. Stop torturing yourselves with symbols and the numbers you will forget. My call to action is to go home, pick your most important account, and change the password to a memorable three-word passphrase. Make security work for your human brain. Thank you. Next person.
Next, we will talk about the IT architecture perspective by using single sign-on, which is SSO. My focus is on streamlining corporate or university system to reduce the sheer volume of logins. Think about how many times you've typed a username and password just this morning. Once for your laptop, once for your email, once for the university portal, once for the library database. It is really exhausting. In any large organization, whether it is our university or a global corporation, the digital ecosystem is highly fragmented. Because of the password fatigue, users are overwhelmed by the sheer numbers of login screens they face every day. The more times people are asked to log in, the more frustrated they get, leading to weak and reused password. Furthermore, every single login screen is an extra door that hackers can try to break into. From an IT architecture perspective, the most effective resolution is to implement a single sign-on, which is SSO system. SSO is an authentication architecture that allows users to log in just once or with a single set of credential to access all their authorized applications. Imagine walking into a secure office building. You show your ID at the front desk once, and then you can walk into the elevator, the meeting rooms, and the cafeteria without being stopped by a security guard at every single door. That is SSO. Companies that implement SSO report a massive drop in IT help desk tickets for forgotten password and save employees up to 15 minutes a week. This addresses the core complications by drastically reduce the number of passwords a user need to manage from 20 down to just one. When users only have one password to remember, they are much more willing to make it a strong, secure one. We must build a system that works with users, not against them. My call to action is for organizations to invest in centralized SSO architectures. Less login in means less fatigue, and ultimately a much safer network. That's all from us. Thank you.